Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I'm coming back. I'm going to be using up some papers that I've had for a long time, and it's Christmas coming up soon. I've already cut apart some papers, absolutely stunning, love them. So I'm going to be making a black and white Christmas album. I love this one. Look at that with the ho ho ho. Isn't that cute? These Christmas trees, they're just so cute, and the parcel. They're all one-sided, so I haven't got many decisions to make. I love the gold. I love this pattern. Literally, you could use that as a photo page. You could even fussy cut, so you could tuck a photo in behind there even. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I love it. Absolutely love it. I already filmed. Oh, I got paper stuck in my mouth. I already filmed a video yesterday. I forgot to put my sound on. How silly willy of me. Look, I've got two of that for some reason. Is it two exactly the same? Yeah. So I've got two of those. More boho. And these have got gorgeous little presents all over. You could use a blending tool and maybe blend some green and some reds in there to highlight the presents. I haven't tried it yet. Bigger boho. You've got these black, and you can feel it's raised. It feels like stitching, but very fine gold stitching. More Christmas trees, the candy canes. I love this swirl, absolutely stunning. Then we got the trees with ice skaters, and look at this. This is going on the back of my album. It's got to somewhere. It's just absolutely stunning. Like I say, I did an album cover, did all the inches, everything. I'll show it you quickly. I can get back. There it is. And like I say, we're going to use my black tape, as I've done for a while now. That way, when I put paper on, you won't need so much paper to go underneath just to cover it. And what I've done is, because this is a little bit flimsy, I've done one side already. But you know when you get these packs of designer series paper, these back covers, I've used one of those, cut down the same size as my chipboard and glued it together, and what a difference. So I'll show you that one in a moment. And I've made it 1/4 of an inch smaller. So this is 8 1/4, not 8 1/2. This one's 8 1/2. I'll use that one again on something else. So here's my chipboard. Here's my piece of just cheap board off the back of my designer series paper. And I'm literally just going to glue the two together. So you'll need, let me get a pen, chipboard, 2 at 8 1/4 by 11 and 1 at 8 1/4 by 2 1/2. My other spine is 3. I have glued the two together, as you can see. It's only thin, but look at this. It's so steady and so sturdy now. It's so much. Look, the other one, I could bend it easy. This one. So this is my perfect edge. This is going to be where the spine goes. And again, all I did, just take my glue. Now this, like I'm saying, is off the back of an old DSP. You can use Stampin' Up ones. You could even use a cereal box. You could glue 2 or 3 together. In that way, you could make it as strong as you want. So you don't even have to use chipboard. Use 3 old cereal boxes for each one. And you've got, if you had 3 old cereal boxes, you could make the 2 covers and the spine just from 3 old cereal boxes. And that's it. That's all I've done. How quick and simple was that? And I just made sure they were cut the same. And that is so much steadier. I had a little tiny where I didn't hold it steady enough. So my chipboard chipped when I was taking off the 1/4 inch, but because this is the right size, nobody's going to see that once I've covered it now with my black tape. So So again, you want about, this is 11, so about an inch either side. Just cut that off. And I've got it on the mark here, so I've got an inch gap because it's 2 inches. Just going to lay that down. You can use your tool. Right, ooh, look at me sticking it to the page. And this is the Casa tape that I get from Amazon. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull, I am literally going to cut down there and across there. So cut across. And then just cut this at an angle. And if you noticed, my paper started to come away. So when I wrap that round, that will secure it in place. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. Just take, you don't have to take as much as I've taken off, you don't want to. Wrap that around. And then literally turn your paper over. Give that a smooth. And yes, my sound is working. And if you want to just take, just give it a notch down so it's getting rid, it's not over, so you won't overlap your corners. Put that in the bin. And then just wrap this around. Nobody's going to see it. You've got your perfect edge, your perfect corner. I've been using the tape for a while now because it's done half save on paper. Look at those corners, absolutely perfect. Beautiful, nice corners. So let's pop my glue away for a second because it's oozing out. We're going to use some of this in a bit. Again, you could even just lay your tape out. Literally about an inch, and just cut off what you're not going to use. And again, I'm just going to cut a little angle, and I'm going to take away, whoops, that little chunk there. You can stick it on there, nobody's going to see it. You're going to cover it. Again with this side. Little angle. This is where your designer series paper is going to go. So it doesn't matter if you stick it there, you're just going to add to the strength. Wrap that round. Take it and just fold it over. If you get any creases, take your tool and smooth it out. Nobody's going to see it. So I can see that's overlapping just a bit. Take that up to the corner, wrap it round, and then just square up your ends. Again. Perfect. So there, oh, I'm sticking. So again, two beautiful, nice corners. Absolutely stunning. Right, you're gonna now grab, I'm gonna pick the best. So this is my best corners. Mind you, they're both good. I got a little tiny little bit of a hangover. I'm just gonna snip. Perfect. So this is going to be my outer edge, so I'm going to add tape here, and literally you don't need anywhere near as much. Lay it down and halfway, rub it down, flip it over. Perfect. Just got a little nick on that corner. Perfect. And do you know, if you do actually show any brown, grab yourself a black marker and literally just touch the ends. You're never going to see that. Now, I'm just going to show you this as designer series paper. Just say for this argument's sake. Oops. So that is going to sit along there and give me the black. And I don't have to cover all this with black paper because it's already, the tape is doing it already. So this is the edge. This is the edge. And where's my spine gone? There it is. This is my little spine. And they are both exactly the same. So you're going to literally hold your paper like this, and we're going to add tape again along there. I'll just show you quickly. And we're going to about an inch either side again. But to get the perfect width, let me just move that out of the way. I'm only using this guideline and this line so I can get like an inch either side. So put your paper and your spine and your sleeve halfway, and then just lay it down. And then keeping hold of it so it doesn't lose it, and go the other side. And then open it up and just give it a little pull. That's your perfect edge. Absolutely wonderful. And then you're going to lift up your edge, top and bottom, and gently, just gently with a pokey tool, because that'll stick to the inside. Get rid of any burnishes. Nobody's going to see that because your spine's going to go in, and then you've got that perfect edge. The hardest bit now is we're going to do that exactly the same along that edge. So I'm just going to lift that up. And this is how quick it is to do an album. Right, so lift it up. Halfway. Lay it down. Keeping it halfway. Lay it down the other way. And then open it out. I'm going to fold the bottoms up, getting rid of any creases, because like I say, your designer series paper is going across here. And then gently, there is your completed album. Perfect. And it's up to you now which way round you want to do, because we're going to add designer series paper. Now for our inside spine, I've already got a piece. This is 7 3/4, which is the same as our pages, by 11. So let me grab my pencil. So there it is. It's 7 3/4 by 11, and we're going to start at 2 3/4 to 8 1/4, and we're going to do every half inch in between those markings. So you're going to start 2 3/4, 3 1/4, 3 3/4, 4 1/4, 4 3/4, 5 1/4, 5 3/4, 6 1/4, 6 3/4, 7 1/4, 7 3/4, and 8 1/4. And then it's done. And then what I'm going to do is, because the first two are my page, oops. So you're going to fold them as a valley and a mountain, and then you can burnish both ways. And then while you've got it up in this position, open it out and just put some pencil mark on there, and then you can go along to that one's down, up and back, and again you've got your page valley there. Again, while that's up, open that out. You just know where to put the tape or the glue, because you're going to glue those closed. So that's going to get glued. Them two are going to get glued, and you're going to do that all the way across. Again, because you need, oh, I've done that one wrong. Sorry, that way, that way, that way, that way. You've got to miss one. That's better. So you've got a 1/2 inch gap in between each page. So again, we can burnish those down. You're going to miss that one, but we're going to push down, valley, mountain, valley, and then burnish. And again, with those two, you're going to add tape on there, and you're going to add tape on there. So this then are your pages. So you've got two that side and two that side. So you can burnish one way, and then you can burnish the other way. And then you're going to, like I say, add tape those down, and then when you come back, it should be all taped together like this. I've gone ahead and taped mine down on camera, and I've also added red liner tape to the pages because we're going to add, and I'll show you what I'll do in a minute. I'm just going to add the last bit of liner tape to my last page. You're going to add it both sides, and don't forget to burnish it down because you don't want any air bubbles. And if you want, you can use, well, I'm going to use glue and tape. That way I've got wiggle room as well instead of instant stick for when we put our pages in. Now, if anyone in the UK gets to the range or Hobbycraft, they do A3 paper, which is a double A4 size. Now, I used 4 sheets for my pages, but if you've only got A4 paper, you're going to need 8 pieces. So, oh, and that's another thing. As soon as you've taped, take the smallest, tiniest little nick out. That's all you need to take out from both sides. It just helps your pages slot over the top better. Now I've done those. Do things in advance. And then we've got our pages, and they'll all fold one way. They'll all fold another. Now we're going to add tape on the back. So you make sure this is about 7 1/4, 7. Well, I've got a 7 1/8. You can pull it slightly. There we go. To give you 7 1/4. So if you want, you can now add designer series paper down these 3 slats, and if you wish to tuck it around so it is seamless, then you can. You can add 3/4. I do 3/8 of an inch. Let me just show you on a piece of scrap. Let me show you. Oh, this is not going in the album, but I'm just saying. So let's do 7 3/4. Let's do actually 8 1/4. We got 1/2 inch, so I like to take it one line. I don't know if you can see that. If you look on your score, we've got the 1/2 inch. Well, we've got 1/16 before that. I like to take, because I like small borders, so I'm taking it one up to the half and then pulling back 1/16. So let me show you this. So I can lay that, say that's my first one, fits in there beautiful with not much of a gap. And if you don't, you can wrap it round, or if you want to, you can take it down and just have the tiniest little border, or take it all the way up to the edge that way, and you're just literally in between those pages with a small gap just by pulling it back 1/16 of an inch. So you can do that now, you can do it while it's in your book. I'm literally just going to add some 2-inch tape to the back of mine. Let me just open that out, lay it flat. You don't have to have 2-inch tape, I've just got this to hand. And I'm just gonna, where's my thing? There it is. And I'm just gonna do it on the edges, I think, because once this is in, it ain't coming out. And I don't have to be bang on precise because I'm going to use a little bit of glue as well. Let's see if I can get one more. Yeah, let's get one more in there. You can completely cover it if you want to, but I'm not gonna. Girls, I have not long had food. I've been told now that the hyperthyroidism is due to the operation I had when I had a stomach staple and gastric bypass. Apparently my body does not get enough nutrients, and because of the operation I had, they don't do it anymore. They haven't been doing it since I had the op in 2003. They haven't been doing this op since 2006, so I missed it by 3 years, and now I'm under malnutritioned because my food does not collect enough vitamins, minerals and stuff. So, oh, I forgot to add a little bit of tape, literally just to the bottom end of my albums. So halfway down, just gives me that continuity all the way across. And look how simple that was. No waste of paper. You've got your black edge border. You could buy white masking tape. I suppose they do it in white. Just lay it down. There it is. It's perfectly covered. It's got paper all the way around the edge and it looks like black paper. I wondered then what was happening. So now my 1/2 inch and my 1/2 inch fall across the 2 1/4 inch, 2 1/2 inch line. So let's just get that. Perfect. So This edge of this flap sits on the perfect edge of the binder, and so does this side. And I'm adding, well, this is 7 3/4 and this is 8 1/4, so it's going to have about 5/8 of an inch or 3/8 of an inch top and bottom. So when I put my pages in, oh, by the way, you'll need 8 sheets at 8 1/4 by 10. Score the short side at 1/2 inch on all of them, and then join them together and then together to make a tunnel page, as it's called. And then they will fit and be perfect on the inside of each of my pages. We'll have plenty of overhang, so when we add a designer's series paper. And I like the fact there's about an inch gap there, so in case I wanted to add a frill detail on the top for my pull-out photo mats, I've got plenty of space to add a good inch border or a nice frilly edge on there. So you're going to need 8 sheets at 8 1/4 by 10, or 16 by 10 scored at 1/2 inch and then folded and then secured. That's what I did, because I use A3 paper. So my scoring and joining is there, and I literally bent over the 1/2 inch and then folded and scored so it was perfect at both ends to make my pages. So again, with this, I can see that my paper lines up with the edge of the binding, and so does that page there, which is going to get hidden. So I'm going to take the backing off. I'm going to use some glue as well. And I'm just going to do the centerpiece first. It's me, I'm too rough, look. Stop it, Gaynor. Yeah, so I had a £10,000 operation back in 2003 to lose weight, with no advice that it would be detrimental to my health. 19 years later, only because the doctors didn't know themselves, you know. They'd been doing this operation for years. So I'm just going to glue just down the spine area. Just while we line it on. This is the wiggle space we need. So again, I want that line and this line, and I can just wiggle it to make sure that it's in my book. Don't care about anything that pushes out. That will dry clear, and I can use my glue eraser. But I know though that page. Let me show you. This flap is level with this edge of the spine, and this one is level with this edge of the spine. So I can now remove my other tape, pokey tool, and now it's glued into place as well. I know. I'm going to put a tiny squirt just down there because this is going to fold into there. Oh, my battery's flipping. I tell you what, I'm going to need 2 new batteries. These are wearing out really quick. And again, because it's all lined up, I'm just going to push that down. And then I'm going to push away every air bubble. Again, I'm not worried because nobody's going to see. This is going to be decorated on the inside. there's going to be no air in there whatsoever. And I'm going to flip over, and just before we do, I'm just going to move my pages, and I'm just going to gently, don't press too hard, because we only need it to stand up. That is perfect. And once we glue that side down, don't want to press too hard. But you could, don't take it too far. It isn't going to lay flat, but we got a perfect edge there now. And again, do the same on this side. And again, just a little squirt down there. And it's got double protection because it's double glued. It's taped, and it's going to be so secure. But I've been using this tape method for a long time now, and it done half save on paper. Again, I'm just going to lay this down. Press out any air bubbles. And again, I'm just going to gently fold into that crease. That is perfect. And look, that is laying perfectly not right where I want it. And that is your album ready to decorate. I think that is absolutely marvellous. So again, just give that another quick fold. Because we've added glue in there, that should give it a perfect crease all the time. You can keep this up in a V shape. And then when we come back, we'll add all the pages after we've decorated them, put them in. But I'm definitely going to be using that beautiful car with the motif on the back for my back cover. So let's grab that piece. Let's see if we've got enough battery life left. So, right, oh, there it is. That is absolutely beautiful. Might not get it all on, but how beautiful is that? So it's going to take it to about there. So let me cut this down. Whoops. I need this to be 8. So I could afford to take a little skim off the bottom where the tyres are. So just a little bit. I haven't got to have the tyres perfect. And then I'm going to take this down to 8 1/4 minus a 16th first. Look at that. I mean, I can only use one side, but I can use some of this as borders. So let's just pop that to one side for a sec. We've still got those gorgeous presents along the top. Now I can decide. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Look, I can get my line up there. I've only got the smallest of black lines showing. So literally I can take that. That is beautiful. I could even afford to take a little fraction more just off the bottom. So let's go another 16. 1/16, which is the width of that black line. That is literally a slither. And then what I'm going to do is, because my album is 11, I'm going to go 11 1/2. take that piece off. Keep that for decoration somewhere else. And again, 11 minus a 16. And we can keep all these little bits. So this is definitely going to be the back of my album. Let me just move my mouse before I knock anything off. So that is going right up there. Oh, that is a perfect border all the way around, and look at that. It's going to be so cute on the back of my album. So I'm going to glue that down. You're going to come back. Let me do it now quick and see if I can get it to. I mean, you could add tape if you wanted to, but I think glue's plenty just for the covers. It's not like there's much activity going into so let's get this lined up. Get that perfectly lined up. I mean, I could wrap a black ribbon round the whole album to keep it tight and it still look cute, because I could add some little parcels from my number strips. You know, like I put a parcel in there saying Merry Christmas there, number 24. I've got some smaller cut parts, walking in the winter wonderland, so cute. I got these little tags. I could add a nice tag on the back of there as well, and then run ribbon across there and then hide it behind there. That's an idea. But look, we've got a nice black border all the way around. And before I decide to do any more via the spine and the front, I just think that is so cute. That is going to look so cute. And I might add that little holly there and add some foam at the back. Add it onto there, or the ho. Add a proper bow so that hides, and then have a ribbon run to there and to there, and then have this behind and the ribbon behind it. Don't quote me yet, but I'm just thinking of ideas. But that's all I'm showing you today, girls and boys. Come back and we will finish off the pages inside. This is going to be so flexible now, especially with paper on. Look, there's no give in that album whatsoever. I absolutely love it. Let's decide what we're going to do on the front. Oh, I've got the Merry Christmas. Let's just have a quick look while you're still with us and the video's still running. Oops, upside down. So, I had one, I think it said Merry Christmas. I love the trees. I love the ho. I even love this one. I think that is absolutely stunning. But there, look, Merry Christmas. Perhaps I could... Oh, where's that gone? I could maybe fussy cut around the Merry Christmas. Add it on some foam. And then sink that in the middle of there, minus all that. And have that standing on the front. That Merry Christmas cut out. Stand it up on foam on the front of my album. But add tape. Add my ribbon first so it ties at the side. Oh, I'm stuck, girls. It's so beautiful, but like I say, I'm thinking these two, and I could fetch that up to there I'm not going to have enough for my spine, but this is just absolutely beautiful. I love the love arts. It can go either way round. It doesn't really make any odds. But I want that. I want to keep that central piece blank. Maybe I get that. Maybe that's a bit too big. I don't know. Oh, I love it anyway. But I've also got I've got some gift tags. These could be on there. That is absolutely beautiful. It says nice. You made it to the nice list. Well done. Love, Santa. That could be made into a parcel, can it, with some ribbon on. We've got special delivery from the North Pole. We've got, oh, look at that. Then the Grinch thought so of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, didn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps lent a little bit more. I like that. But then you've got these beautiful Holy Christmas. Then we've got these. All these came from the cut aparts. Absolutely. Oh, I like that. Absolutely. I love the reindeer. Look at that. Maybe that with the black ho ho ho. Oh, so many things. But come back on the next videos, girls, and we'll start to decorate. And we'll get some more done on this absolutely beautiful Christmas album. So, see you on the next video. Till next time. Love you loads. Bye.